Let's walk to the Wailing Wall through the Muslim Quarter. This is one of the 8 entrances to the old city of Jerusalem. This beautiful gateway, known as Damascus Gate, is the northern entrance, the busiest especially for those going to the Arab market. The gate itself has ancient roots dating back to Roman times, but the current look was built by the Ottomans in the 1500s. It's a favorite spot for both locals and tourists, with its big plaza and impressive stone architecture. Right here beside me, you can see the original Roman entrance from the 2nd century. As you can tell, after so many wars and layers of rebuilding, the city level has risen way above where it was 2,000 years ago. This entrance, like the rest of the walls you see today, was built by the Ottoman Sultan Suleiman in the 16th century. All right, let's head inside. Many of the city gates were built in an L shape to make it harder for invaders to launch a direct attack. So, here we are, inside the old city, right in the middle of the Arab market. As you can see, they sell all sorts of things here. This market isn't just for visitors, it's mainly for the local Arab community. Anyone want to try some authentic Arabic bread? This path has existed since Roman times and later during the Byzantine period. Here are the 2 cardos. The one on the right is the cardo Maximus, but today we're taking the one on the left as it's the fastest route to the coat. There are many industrial sweets along this path, but you can also find some delicious traditional Arabic sweets. Around 36,000 people live here in the old city, with the majority being Muslims, just over half of the population. We also have Jewish and Christian communities living within these ancient walls. As you can see, Orthodox Jews also walk around here, and most of the time, without any issues. In fact, some Jews even live here in the Muslim Quarter. This was actually common before Independence War. Jews used to live in the Arab Quarter because it was more affordable. But they were all expelled during the 1948 war, when Jordan captured East Jerusalem. Here in the Muslim quarter, you'll also find much of the Via Dolorosa, the path that, according to Christian tradition, Jesus walked with the cross, from the place where he was condemned by Pilate to Calvary, where the Church of the Holy Sepulchre stands today. Contrary to what many think, these aren't soldiers, they're border police. These young officers ensure the safety of local communities and allow all visitors and tourists to move throughout the city with peace of mind and security. Anyone who comes in peace has their religious rights protected, regardless of the faith they follow. Here we have the third station, where, according to tradition, Jesus falls for the first time. Right next to it is the fourth station, the place where Jesus meets his mother, Mary. Today, there's an Armenian church here that commemorates this event. This is the fifth station of the Via Dolorosa, where Simon of Cyrene begins helping Jesus carry the cross. The Via Dolorosa continues to the right, but today we're taking a different path toward the Kotel. If you'd like a tour dedicated just to the 14 stations of the Via Dolorosa, leave a comment and we'll make it happen. As I walk through the streets of the Muslim quarter, you'll notice many women in traditional dress, some wearing veils, others not. Wearing a veil here is a personal choice, and some women choose to wear it at different stages of life. Most of the houses you see along the way were built centuries ago and could easily be hundreds of years old. The architecture here is a fascinating blend, mainly from the Ottoman and Mamluk periods. A good example of Mamluk architecture is right here on your left. This market, Souk al-Katanin in Arabic, was a very impressive area, built in the 14th century, in the time of the Mamluk Emir Tankis. It reflects classic Mamluk style with its elegant stone arches and detailed craftsmanship. Historically, this market was a central place for trading olive oil and other goods, and it's still a lively hub in the old city, connecting people through trade and tradition. Here, you'll find a wide variety of products, but they're not aimed at tourists, they're for the Muslim pilgrims who come to visit the Temple Mount. At the end here is one of the several entrances to the Temple Mount, but not everyone can go in. The Muslim organization Waqf, which oversees the area, only allows Muslims unrestricted access. Non-Muslims can enter only through a single gate, the Maghrabi Gate, and only for limited hours, 2 hours in the morning and 1 in the early afternoon, 5 days a week. Meanwhile, Muslims are free to enter through any of the multiple gates at any time or day. This means we now have to turn around and head back to continue our path toward the Western Wall. Back on track, we're approaching the security checkpoint, which I can't film. But right after that, we'll be getting close. We pass through security, and in just a few seconds, we'll be there. And here we are at the Western Wall, or Kotel. It's one of the holiest places for Jews, where people come to pray, reflect, and leave written prayers in the cracks of the wall. This spot is really special because it's all that's left of the Second Temple, destroyed in 70 AD for centuries. It's been a place where people feel a deep spiritual connection. It looks like there might be a military ceremony happening here today, but let's head a bit closer. We'll touch the wall before we say goodbye. It's definitely going to be a military ceremony, probably a graduation for new soldiers who just completed their training. Now, let's grab our kippah. We need to wear it as a sign of respect when we're near the wall. These 7 courses of stones you see below date back to the time of Herod, over 2,000 years ago. Beneath the surface, there are still 17 more courses of stones that are also over 2,000 years old. This wall stretches for almost 500 meters in length. It's important to mention that no one here is praying to the wall itself. Everyone is praying to God, facing the location above where the Jewish temple stood, built by King Solomon more than 3,000 years ago. Thank you for joining me today. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe and consider becoming a member for access to exclusive content. Shalom, and see you in the next video.